All right, Bitcoin, it was nice knowing you. You did good. You did good while I knew you. I mean, you did some good things, but, your time's done. It's time to move on from Bitcoin and go back to the dollar. So that's what this old butt nut Freddy Krueger looking dude thinks. No, he didn't just escape a senior living home. This is Warren Buffett's right-hand man, and he thinks Bitcoin is a scam. Now, does he have a point? No. Look at this title. Charlie Munger calls Bitcoin disgusting. How are you going to call coin disgusting? And contrary to the interest of civilization. Bold statements, and I feel like these bold statements come from people that don't understand what it is. And I think you should dive into it and get to know what it is before you make these assumptions, because you look stupid. And I know what he's going to say. He could chalk it up to being senile with his old age. When he does learn about it and decides to buy in, he'll be like, well, I wasn't thinking right back then, but now I am. So this guy thinks currently that Bitcoin's dumb. He says, I don't welcome a currency that's so useful to kidnappers and extortionists and so forth, nor do I like just shuffling out of your extra billions of dollars to somebody who invented a new financial product out of thin air. He's clearly demented. He has dementia. He's not too sure what he's saying. The 97-year-old Munger has long criticized Bitcoin for its extreme volatility and lack of regulation. Remember when Buffy Buff pulled out of airlines at the beginning of the pandemic and airlines rocketed like 200%? Yeah, okay, we're going to trust this guy. Yeah, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Don't get me wrong, the guy does obviously know what he's doing, but people that generally hate on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, they don't know what it is. They don't understand and they just say it's dumb. But guess what? There's money to be made. They're rocketing. So in today's video, I'm taking a look at Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin is at a critical point to where it's going to blast off and make people a lot of money. We're going to dig into the charts and the reasons why I think this. Let's just go. Let's dig in. So looking at Bitcoin right now, it's currently trading at 56,800. We'll say it's down 1% or 1.8%. So there's a few reasons why I think this one's going to do very well, and the reasons why I'm picking Bitcoin, even though it hasn't been rallying as aggressive as all the altcoins and Ethereum and Doge. They're all going ballistic. They're making 20%, 30% moves in a week. It's crazy. But the reason why I'm talking about Bitcoin, which I don't really talk about, is because this one's lacking below its all-time highs when Ethereum is lingering right at its all-time highs. Also, a lot of your altcoins are very close. Doge is back up. It's holding 500% gain since it rallied. A lot of these coins are way up. Bitcoin is kind of just lingering. It's not way up. It's chilling. So I think personally, Bitcoin is probably the next one to blast off. And these altcoins might trickle down a little bit, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about investing in Bitcoin now because I feel like this one hasn't blasted off yet compared to the others. Now, Bitcoin was at an all-time high of 64,000, somewhere around there, 65,000. I think this chart might be a little wrong. For some reason, these crypto platforms, they all show different numbers. But on here, it's saying 65,000. So this has plenty of room to grow. That would be a nice 14% pop. If you don't own Ethereum right now, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, I understand if you don't want to get into it at its all-time highs. That's why I'm looking at Bitcoin as well. It's not at its all-time highs. I do have a position in Bitcoin. I will be adding into Bitcoin probably today or tomorrow or sometime this week. So if you want to know when I do that, I do stock alerts. Check that out. Links in the description. Now, I do own a position in Bitcoin right now. I was able to grab it at 54,000 right over here before it rocketed all the way up to 58.5, and then it's kind of lingering around. I expect it to linger around in this range a little bit, holding above this support line right there. So it's going to linger around here, and I think it's going to blast off very soon, probably before Wednesday, back above 60. And if it does that, we're going to test all-time highs. We're going to hit 70, probably by the end of May. So this is very likely, as long as we have no crazy rapid sell-off. But there is heat on Bitcoin. Here's another article. A Chinese province powered 8% of all Bitcoin mining. Then the government gave miners 2 months to get out. This is a red flag. 8% of all Bitcoin mining, and they are potentially getting shut down. So that's a little shaky, but Bitcoin has shown no signs of a sell-off just yet. And this is big because roughly 70% of the hash rate for mining Bitcoin, that is the processing power for verifying transactions on the blockchain's ledger, is generated in China. So China, 70%. They're killing it in mining. So they're cracking down on miners in China. That's a little sketch. But overall, we're adopting it here in the US. We just have these few little butt nuts here talking about it and saying Bitcoin's bad. They don't even know what Ethereum is. That's the real winner. So another bullish sign on the Bitcoin chart is this massive inverted head and shoulders. When it does this inverted head and shoulders, it tends to have a nice little rally. Like over here, we had a nice inverted head and shoulders, and then it kind of popped up a little bit right here, and then it fizzled down, and then we have another big inverted head and shoulders. And now it's starting to run up, and it should go sideways and then blast off. 67.5 would be nice, but the big test is right here, 65,000, right there. So that's where we're headed. I think most certainly I'll be adding to my position. It's going to bounce around overall, but come up, test 65,000, might just blast through. But usually when crypto gets to these levels, testing all-time highs, it does a little mini pullback and then it blasts through. Because people are scared. When it gets to all-time highs, it needs a pullback because people are collecting profits. They know that all-time high is coming and they're like, uh-oh, we need to get out. Let's sell, comes down, and then it rockets back up because people that are waiting to get in finally have that dip and they get in. Crypto's not dipping. Crypto doesn't dip. To show you an example, look at Ethereum. Over the past 8 days here, no dippies. No dippies. Just went straight up. You're waiting a long waiting line to have some food. And guess what? That kitchen's running out of food. You can't get it. So these two butt nuts, they are all out, not interested in cryptocurrency whatsoever. They need to go back to sipping their hot cocoa, playing checkers, playing chess, playing bingo, and leaving crypto alone. Don't comment on it if you don't understand it. So that is it for this episode. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. I'd say the 57,000, 58,000 level are going to be key if we get back over that. 57.5 over that, we're in that bullish trend. We're going to clear 60. We're going to clear 65. We're hitting 70 probably by the end of the month if we get some good momentum going. We also have Elon Musk going on SNL to do some skits or sketches. So he'll be doing that, juicing up Doge, which is going to juice up the entire crypto market, I believe. So I'll be watching that. That's going to be very interesting. Twitter's going to be popping off like crazy when he's live. And guess what? Crypto's 24/7. This is on the weekend. Saturday Night Live. Hey, we're going to see how crypto reacts live. Typically, if this was a stock, you wouldn't see that. It would be closed. They would usually save these things for aftermarket or before market. This is going to happen in the crypto market 24/7. So it's going to be very interesting to watch. I think it's going to be hilarious. So that's it. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, by hitting that button, it's getting you a little bit closer to retiring young.